I get to it first, I got you mad. I get sad when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I get sad when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going. I get to it off the runway. Different incomes, not one way. Living life on a one way. I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way up way. Know my way, know my feng shui.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Welcome to the channel one more time. Wolf Rider here. We're live today. We're definitely live. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm gonna let some guys jump in here. Sorry, I got a little scratch on here, but live from LA, California. Live from LA, California. That's where I'm at right now. We are chilling. Hope you guys are doing safe and doing all right. Today's definitely a special live, but before, while some of you guys kind of get in here, get into the live, I want to kind of discuss. I put on the picture right for this live that I want to discuss a little bit about whether a rookie driver can make money as a company driver. So I wanted to kind of discuss that a little bit, give you a little bit of my feedback and my opinion on that. That way, for those of you guys who might be watching this on the replay, you can get a little bit of information as well on this video as we go live and we discuss with the guys from the chat. And then those guys that are coming in live, hope you guys are going good. If you have questions, make sure to, as I talk, just kind of write those down and keep those in mind. Type them in. I will get into the comments as we go on that. But if you are new to the channel and you just happen to run into this video on the replay, my name is Luis, again, aka Wolf Rider 750. I'm a flatbed truck driver for Melton Truck Lines for a little over a year now. I started back in January 20th of 2020 with them, got my CDL through the month of December, beginning of January. And you can see that history if you want that on the playlist that I'll link up here later on the replay for this. As far as how to get into your CDL, you can kind of watch that history from there. But I got over a little bit over a year as a company driver. And like I said, you can see that history back there. But I've been getting a lot of questions as the YouTube channel has gotten growing, which again is part of why we're doing this live. So I surely appreciate and support. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I've been getting a lot of questions from the guys that are coming into the company or coming into the industry, getting your CDLs, as far as at least with Melton, whether you can make money as a rookie, as a company driver. One of the things that I chose to do flatbed before, when I got my CDL, it was my end goal to begin with. I've discussed this before in other videos, but that was my end goal. But I was willing to start actually doing drive on a reefer at the moment. And if you're doing your research, you'll definitely see what the payoffs are for a lot of mega carriers. If you're doing drive on a reefer, they will start you somewhere around 37 cents a mile to start off. So you definitely want to do your research and kind of know what you're getting yourself into. But when I started, I wanted to do flatbed because it starts you getting paid a little higher than that. Will Melton Truck Lines, as you will see throughout this channel, I started off at 46 cents a mile. And within the year, as you discussed, you will end up at 51 cents a mile. So right now, I already completed my year a month ago. I am at 51 cents a mile. Now, they also pay other things. They pay tar pay, which used to be $50 of tar pay. Or last year's where I started for a while. Now, as of a couple of weeks ago, February 2nd, it's $100 tar pay. So that's a double amount of what they were paying over last year. So if I was making decent money last year as a rookie starting off, and every 3 months getting that cents raise, definitely making more money now with being at the top pay after, the 1 year at 51 cents plus making $100 per tire per load. So I've definitely seen the difference on that a lot. And for you guys that are coming in, I know you guys are chatting in. Just kind of stay tuned. I will get to those chat, guys. Just stay tuned for that. But I want to kind of discuss a little bit because I've been getting a lot of questions on my Instagram. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, I will put it on here for you. Make sure you definitely do. You can follow me there on Instagram down there. Just hit the link and feel free to chat. Feel free to send me a message. Any questions, anything you got going on. I communicate with different people through there, as well as the YouTube comments as well. But that sometimes takes me a little longer to get to them. But just comment either way, whether you want to go to Instagram or you want to go to Twitter. I use Twitter once in a while, but I stay in social media. But Instagram, but definitely here on YouTube, comment at all. But if you have any questions. But again, just kind of going back, can you make money as a rookie? Can you make money as a company driver? I can attest that you can. Now, definitely if you're looking into getting into a trucking company, and a lot of guys that are here watching right now, you guys can probably say, you go owner op, you're going to make, a bigger piece of the pie. And that's totally true. That's definitely a goal for a lot of people, but that's not where a lot of us are going to start. We're definitely going to start as a company driver, or maybe even thinking about a lease, which is another taboo for a lot of people, not taboo for others. It's not my cup of tea, so I can't really share my experience on that. And I do not plan at this point to do a lease because I've seen other people, family and friends going that route. And for them, it hasn't worked. And, but again, that's not my deal. You can research on that. But as a company driver, is a journey. It's definitely a journey. You have to understand a couple of things. Number one, you're starting off. And if you're starting off as a rookie, it's not like you're going to make, that first year you're going to make a whole lot of money. Every person's situation is different. Your situation, you might need to pay off some debt. You might need to, take care of some bills and some things as you start off, because you are going to make a sacrifice of being away from home, getting paid a minimum amount starting off. Like I said, you go through orientation, you get paid a set amount per week as you go through orientation, which is something, but it's not a lot of money. For Melton, when I started, it was about $630 some dollars, a little over $600 a week that I got paid. I don't have the sheet in front of me to see if that's changed yet, but it's somewhere around a little over $600. Basically it was $90 a day. So for every week, 7 days, minus taxes, that's what you get paid. So your situation is different. With Melton, that's how they paid. I'm not sure with other companies, but make sure to ask that question if you're looking at different companies other than Melton Truck Lines, who I'm with. But you're going to get paid about the same amount of money, more or less, with every company that you get to when you go through orientation, or you go out with your trainer, whether you have to go a couple of weeks, where you have to go 3 weeks or more, you're going to get paid a certain amount of money. And again, speaking from my experience here where I'm at, I started up at 46 cents a mile. When I got my own truck, that's at that point, then the cents per mile hit in. And I've been doing good. And I started with the pandemic. I also keep that in mind when you're looking at this video. When I started was in March. I got my truck in the end of February, beginning of March of 2020, when the pandemic really started hitting the United States and all that started going on. And still at that point, I've shared this information with a few people that have actually asked this question. The reason I'm doing this video, I didn't make anything less probably than $750 or above. And I'm talking net. I'm talking about taking home. Now, again, your situation might be different than mine as far as taxes. If you have child support or anything like that, that's all individually. So you have to take that into account. As well, I have a full benefits here, health insurance. I have 401k. I have long-term, short-term disability as well with the company. So all that's been taken off. I paid in the beginning a deposit because I have pay it with me. I also pay, like a couple of bucks a week for legal, and I pay a couple of bucks a week for having my girl with me in a truck every week to cover her as far as insurance. So I pay those couple of little extra things. And even then, I didn't make anything less than $750 through the beginning of the pandemic. So I have no complaints. anything above that, as the months kept happening, and again, every 3 months, I got a cent raise. At least with Melton, I got a cent raise, and the mileage keeps going up. I run very hard. If you've seen my videos, if you haven't seen, again, if it's your first video you see, go check out the next video after this, and you will see how I run and what I do. Um, but I run hard. I stay busy. I stay out here running OTR at least 2 months, 3 months. Again, my scenario. Not that you need to. I think that if you need to go home more, a little more frequency, that's possible. Again, within the guidelines and the policy of the company that you choose to work for. With Melton, or just about every company, you earn the 1 day of home time per week, and I think that's a pretty much across the board in the industry. What you earn being an OTR driver for a company, you earn that 1 day per week, and if you're out 3 weeks, you can go home for 3 days and come back out. If you're out 4 weeks, you got 4 days of home time, and so on. 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 days, 6 weeks, 6 days, and you can bank those. But for me, it works. That's the reason I have my girl with me. I have her dog. We are out here. We make some sacrifices in our case of not having a place and staying out on the road as long as possible. We have some goals that we're personally doing, but your situation can vary from mine. But keeping that in mind, it lets you know what you can do every week. I've had somebody question me as far as, can you stay out and make an average of $1,000 a week? And, if I'm out 3 weeks and go home for a couple of days and come back, is it possible? I think you can. You definitely can within the weeks that you're out. But like I told that person as well, and that subscriber and our follower, if you're here, thank you for the support. The week that you go home, you need to expect possibly a little smaller check, because depending on where you live, the load that you get, or how many miles you are able to run before you go home, what day you requested to go home. If it's in the middle of the week or the end of the week, that can also affect how many miles you run for the week. So that settlement check, or it's called a settlement instead of it's a check, that settlement is going to be possibly a little smaller. It can be. That's your going home time. And of course, while you are home, those days you're not getting paid. So you also got to keep that in mind till you get back on the road. So all those different scenarios are individually that you have to take in mind based on your situation and what your plan is. But overall, again, guys, can you make money as a company driver? Definitely can. Right now, I can tell you that before even doubling the tarping pay, I've seen an increase on that, of course. But even that, I've averaged $1,200 a week. And this is taking home, not gross. This is what I take home, what I have, anywhere from $1,100 to $1,200. So that's good money. I think for a company driver, that's good money. And any other guys that are here in the chat can let me know if they think that that's good money or not. Let me know on that. So you guys are here in the chat. Let me know in the chat and put a comments out for those guys that watch us on the replay, that they see if they think that, if you think that's good money or not. I believe that's good money. For me, it is. As a rookie driver, being, at that during the end of the year or within a year, I think that's decent money. But you have to make that decision for yourself. What is it that you need? What is your career change? Why are you getting into trucking? What company are you going with? What's their pay scale like? How much money can you make? The average miles. I know, in the office, they're going to tell you what their goal is. In Melton, I believe their goal is to average anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 miles a week. Is it like that? Yes, it is. It's a little bit, few weeks here and there, you might take a hit a little lower. Yes, it all depends. Wintertime, you're going to have some struggles. Maybe in a week, maybe 2 weeks out of the wintertime. It really all depends, because you don't control the weather. I'll give you guys an live example. From right now, February 21st. Today's the 21st. February 21st, 2021. 2 weeks ago, I got stuck. If you've seen that video, go check it out there. I got stuck in the snow. I lost a few days. I did it for safety. I didn't struggle. I didn't force. The company doesn't force me to drive. It was a low settlement check. I only was able to run 1,200 miles that week because of the weather. It sucks. Definitely sucks. But I've been able through the whole year to budget my finances enough to have money saved up. So for wintertime, if I ran through one of those weeks, then I'm not fully hurting. So definitely a little tip there. Make sure that you don't go paycheck to paycheck. In the beginning, I'm sure you will. At least I will. I went through that for the first 3 months, paycheck to paycheck. It was a little tough to kind of handle, spend a little, eat in the truck instead of eating out as much as possible. Um, but I got through it, and then you save a little money for later on in wintertime. When you're out here, if you get a bad week, you're not fully hurting. So definitely a little tip for that. But the week after that, I did 3,800 miles. And that's when the new tar pay showed up with, at least with Melton, the new tar pay, the increase, of course. So that was a good check. And then this week that I'm running right now, which I'm finishing tomorrow, um, it was another bound to be a smaller week because the weather here and through Texas and everything then going on. But I was able to make it through. I got this low, which was technically not due to Tuesday. Our week closes on Monday night. But I'm here Sunday recording this for you guys and doing this live, and I'm delivering tomorrow. So it's going to be added to the week, and hopefully going forward as spring comes around in March, I know the northern state in the winter is still here, but hopefully it keeps flowing that way. But other than wintertime that you have to keep an eye on and understand that whether it's weather, we don't have control. The rest of the time we're running. It's really up to you as a driver. It's up to you as an individual to make the most of where you're at. Whether you come to Melton, it doesn't matter to me or not. You have to find out what company works for you, but make sure that you do the research. If you're getting with any company, whether it's drive on reefer or flatbed, make sure that you do enough research to be clear in your mind of what you're getting yourself into, clear of what you're going to make starting off, but know where you want to get to at that year. Can you make money again as a company driver in the first year? Yes, you can, but it is a process to begin with. The first month is one thing, second month might be a little better, third month is going to get better. Hopefully you get with a company that gives you raises in the process of that first year. Some do, some don't. That's why I am where I'm at, and I'm happy where I'm at. And but that first year, at the end of the year, if it's not working for you, at least you have the first year experience, get through that, and then maybe find something better after that. I don't recommend, with that said, I don't recommend to you be jumping from company to company to company to company. No company is perfect, but if you do enough research from the beginning, I think you can make a smarter decision not to have to make those jumps consistently after the first year, guys. So I hope you find that information good for yourself. I hope it helps for you guys thinking whether you can make money or not. I know I'm not showing you pay stuff or anything like that. I'm not one that needs to kind of share that information I'm seeing right now. But if you have any questions, again, feel free to comment below. Let me know. I will answer as best as possible. And I have shown pictures of two individuals, at least my bottom line, of talk to them directly as I go. So that's the way it goes. But anyway, you guys let me know. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys hear me here? It looks a little. Let's. What happened here? Did I lose you guys? Look like I lost you guys. I hope I didn't lose it. You guys can hear me. Also, I'm glad you guys can hear me. Sorry, I am not in any particular way that I got internet, and I am using uh, our phone for that. So I'm glad you guys can hear me. Let me double check and make sure everything's all right. All right. Working on the camera, guys. Working on the camera. Give me 1 second. Hopefully I didn't lose all that, because otherwise I'm gonna have to do this video all over again. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. Still messing with this. Still messing with it. All right, so let me catch up in the comments. Hopefully, all that went through. If not, it is what it is. Hopefully, all that went through and your information went through there, guys. All right, 806 here. What's up, brother? How's it going, man? I'm glad you're back on the road. Glad back on the road, Chris. Glad you're back on the road, my man. Leonard. How's it going, Leonard? Salute. Yeah. California, always old faithful Leonard, man. Emmanuel here, what's up? I know you had to pay for that parking, brother. Hope you're doing okay. Got that figured out. Out over there in Michigan, we were speaking for a couple of hours. Well, I got stuck in traffic. I told you I was getting stuck in traffic, Emmanuel. I got stuck in traffic. It took me about an hour to get through it, which is why I had to push back this up a little bit. Mike kind of shares. He agreed at Daytona's. He did 1,200 weekend. You're second with a Melton. Yeah, it is possible. Definitely it is. Definitely it is. And I think you started not too long ago, right, Mike? Yeah, that's your take home. That's the way it is, man. It is possible as company driver to make that money. Definitely it is. Big Curb, you ask what was my gross? Well, depending on the week, of course, but it would be 15 or above, depending on the week. Taxes, of course, you got per diem. If you don't know what per diem is, it'll basically they take for Melton, just share they 14 cents a mile. So they take 14 cents out of whatever you run, and that 14 cents per trip is your per diem. They take that away before taxes. And like say, for example, I'm not a mathematician, so say you made $1,000 as far as in miles, they take 14 cents, and they say that's $200. So they take those $200 out before taxes, and you only get taxed in the 800, and then they give you back those 200 at the end after taxes. So that's per diem, and that's the way it works, and it is a benefit. I would suggest you use it because you take home a little more of your money rather than getting taxed on higher. So it works a lot. Let's see. Catching up in comments here, guys. Can you guys see me now? Yeah, I'm catching up in comments. I like that comment. I was green as a goose. Shit, but being handed miles and work hard. That's the way it is, Mike. Mike's been hitting some rough weather in Wyoming, Nebraska. Yeah, I'm also looking to better weather, Mike. Definitely am. David, what's up, David? Mr. Goodman. Good question, David. Does Melton provide securement equipment? Securement? I'm sure you meant to type securement equipment. No, David. Melton does provide you with all the securement equipment. There's a couple of things that they don't provide, or they provide to start and you have to purchase. A couple of things they don't provide is like the heavy duty edge protectors. They give you some little cardboard ones to start with. They work, but there are some clients that are forced to give you some, and then you can accumulate those from there if you're able to hit those early enough. I didn't buy anything initially. I have bought very little securement stuff here other than some moving blankets, which I got to do a video specifically on what I've get. I know I've been asked that question. I just haven't got to it because of the weather, guys. But I'll go through what I've purchased, so I'm not going to share that. But as far as the dividers, the edge protector, sorry, those you can purchase on your own if you want them from the start. But I will use the cardboard what they give you, and you will run into a client here and there that you have to use them, and they have to provide them for the load. Especially installation loads, you can almost guarantee they're going to give you something, and just make sure you keep those with you. But as far as the general securement, your chains, your binders, your straps, they provide all that, of course. That's Melton equipment. If you guys can still see me, you see me okay, can you give me a thumbs up? I know I'm catching up in comment. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can see me out here. I think, David, I answered that question as far as securement. Hopefully I did. And Emmanuel, thank you, Emmanuel, for putting it in the comments, catching up. Big curve. Oh yeah, I'm in CDS school. Ooh, you guys can. All right, you guys can see me. Does it look good? Does it look good? You guys, does it look good? Quality okay? I'm always playing with my camera. This is kind of my fancy camera with my little setup here, so you can get good quality. So instead of the phone, so make sure it looks good for you guys. Again, if you're just catching up and coming to the live today, I kind of started talking a little bit about making money as a company driver in your first year. Can you make money? And definitely, in my opinion, you can. I kind of share that at the beginning of the video, and hopefully all that went through. Lost video for a little bit, but audio was still going, so I hope that's still there. And the guys in the comments below are kind of agreeing with me for what I see. There's that comment I read, Big Curb. CDL is cool. So worth getting hazmat because DOT hassles you a lot here, so you can get more load with Twit card. Is it worth it? Yes. Do I have it? I don't have it yet. I didn't get the opportunity to kind of get it through school. If you can, I would definitely suggest that you do. You don't have to take the hazmat load, or you don't have to tell them that you have your hazmat if you don't really want to deal with it. But it gives you opportunity, at least like they share with Melton, it gives you the opportunity to be able to. You see her back there? You guys see her back there? She's playing video games. Yeah. It gives you the opportunity to get loads quicker sometimes, depending on where you're at. If you have your hazmat, because they might have a load that requires a hazmat in the area. But for example, since I don't have the hazmat, they won't be able to give that to me. I have to, they have to give me something else. So I do plan to get it. And Melton has a way to help me get it. I couldn't get it while I was at home time because of the whole COVID thing. And California, that's my home right now. Well, it's shut down and it's being a pain in the butt. So, but as soon as I can, I do plan to get it. And also the Twit card and stuff. You can get the Twit card if you're in Tulsa. You can work out with the office to go to Tulsa, and you can get your Twit card in Tulsa, and even I believe renew your passport through in Tulsa as well. Not in Melton, but they have contact offices, so you can go and get that done. Mike is sharing as far as the equipment. Definitely, you get 18 straps, 200 bungees, ratchets, small strap, chain, cable, etc. Yeah, like I said, I'll do a video on that, guys, as well. If you guys want to wait on that, stay tuned. I'll do a video on the equipment that we get, and at least a little extra stuff that I have that has come in handy for me through this whole year and the different loads that I've gotten. But I'll definitely share that with you guys. The bungees, like Mike says, like you get 200 bungees to start. That is sometimes a big complaint of some guys because you get the 200 bungees, but if you need more than that afterwards, you have to pay for new ones. Like now you don't have to pay. Let me rephrase that. Okay, if you want more bungees, new bungees, you have to buy your own, and you can buy them at any terminal. Now, when you go through, I lost you. It froze again. The sucker froze again. Um, I know it froze, guys, and you guys can still hear me. So I'll work on that. Yes, I'll keep talking. Uh, what you call it? A bucket with bungees that you can get from that they just throw in there. They empty out other trucks that people have left or whatever, and they get it from there. So you can definitely get bungees there, guys. So this camera and you. But that's how I got extra bungees. And if you got a couple of extra bungees, you'll be fine afterwards. Currently you got 50, 75 extra bungees, guys. You definitely be fine at that moment. So there we go. We're back. We're back. I don't know if it's if my camera cable connection here, this little thing, what it is that is getting hot, and that's what kind of messes it up. I don't know. So, but we'll keep playing with it, guys. Let's see what else. Yeah, Mike is correct. You get a checklist to make sure you got all the equipment that you need to start off. I do have extra straps as well. You can get extra straps. I think I shared a couple of videos, but if you go through a terminal like El Paso, and anybody left some straps just on top of a flatbed, that's free for all. Just double check that they're good. Take a couple extra ones. I have probably about 5 extra straps, and I really hasn't I haven't used extra per se. I've used up to 14 because in reality, your your flatbed only has 9 ratchets on the inside, plus you get 2 4-inch hand ratchets to use. So you can that's where the 18 come from, right? 9 on each side that you can throw, then you can strap, and then you got the ratchets that you can use. So that's 20. So if you have 21 straps, that's fine. I have a couple extra just in case, I've had a couple mess up on a trip for whatever reason, or if you need to make V boards, like I have a video that I've how to make V boards and what they're for. If you need to make those, having one extra strap that you can cut while you're on the road and not worry that, I only have 18, I have to cut one, I'm going to be short one. That helps. But again, they start you with 18. You have to kind of figure out the way to get yourself extra straps from them. And they don't bug you for that, guys. They really don't. They really don't. Actually, guys, I just noticed one thing, and I think I figured it out. All right. I need to connect my laptop before I lose you guys. So hold on 1 second. So we got this raffle to do. So my handsy assistant. There you go. Thank you. All right. Oh, there we go. Got power. I'll make sure I don't lose it. Got power. So, what are you laughing at, Manuel? What are you laughing at? We got dental and got no teeth out here. Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes teeth are not that important. Iceman, what stuff have you purchased on your own? All right. Like I said, I'll do a video on this, but let you guys know it. Moving blankets. I got a couple of those. I have purchased kind of a staple gun. It's more like it looks like a hammer. And the one I got is a little like a hammer instead of just a gun. But use that to make V boards. Also help when you have plastic that you have to put plastic on before you put your tarp. So you have to put it, plastic over it. It helps kind of just staple them to the pallet or to the side of the deck of the flatbed. The little wood strip that's on the flatbed, you can kind of hold that plastic in place that when your tarping doesn't get in your way. What else? I'm trying to think what else I've purchased. I've purchased the extension bar so I can put my my edge protectors. You can get that at the Tulsa terminal, probably online as well. But I've got that little stick extension that I can put my edge protector in the corner. There's a video that did I post that video? I gotta see if I posted that video. Oh, I gotta post that video. When I picked up in Washington, I'm not sure, but I used it on there. I think I posted that one. I'm not sure now, but I gotta look. If I haven't, I'll make sure to do this week. But there's that pole to put those edge protectors on there. That's about it. I think that's about it because I use that to push through. I do have like a broomstick that I got before I purchased that one because I wasn't in Tulsa. I bought a kind of extension paint stick whoop thing, whatever you call pole, and I got at the end of it, instead of has nothing, it just has a little screwy part, right? The metal part. I just got a T PVC pipe, a T that kind of fit on there, and I screwed it on there, and with that T, I kind of cut a groove in between it, and I could kind of use that to put the edge protectors. It was a little tricky at first, but I made it work. But it also helped to kind of push the strap when you have to belly wrap through, any product pipes, whatever, I will use that to kind of push the strap to the other side with that. So, um, but those are the things I've definitely purchased. I haven't purchased, I don't think, anything else. And if I have a couple of things, I'll put that on the video. That I'm gonna work on that. All right, guys. So we're about 36 minutes. Uh, Breaks like a channel. Don't drop the edge protectors pole. Yeah, you don't want to drop that. Fortunately, I lost a screw. I actually dropped the mic and I lost a little screw on one side. So I got zip ties on it on one side, kind of keep it from moving around. Um, I think they just broke with the whole rain or whatever smacking around. The zip tie broke. I got to put those again. But it works. If anything, I put Gorilla Tape around that sucker and just keep it tight on there. But it definitely works. It breaks like a china cup. That's nice, Mike. All right. Um, can you guys see me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Thumbs up, because we're about to talk about what some of you guys are here for, and it's the raffle, right? Some of you guys are here for the raffle. I want to say this. Oh yes, I purchased that CB. Thank you, Mike. Um, what did you say? My trainer said no CB. Got me a CB. Saved my ass today. Definitely saves your ass. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Um, yeah, I did purchase a CB. It's right up here, hanging. That's not part of the CB, but it's right up here. Um, and definitely that's a tool. That's not something they provide. The trucks come with the place in the cable where to connect it to. But speaking of CB, I'll give you a little rant. I get super frustrated though that there's a lot of drivers here, old and new, that have CB, and you ask a question and you try to give information or get information, and they don't talk through it. But you sit at a truck stop and they're on a damn CV talking shit. Excuse my language. So that is super frustrating. Um, and they want to blame on, people that, oh, they don't want the CB on until they feel they need to turn it on. But I think that is a tool, and somehow it needs to go out and go back to being useful. Manuel and I were talking about that earlier, and that was, they use it a little more in the Northeast, Northwest states. It seems like drivers use them a little more. But out here, while I was in traffic, I was on a CB just kind of trying to ask the eastbound, this eastbound now. I asked about 5 times, so I got tired asking because nobody was responding. And I know there's, old school and new school. So blame to all of you guys, But if you're on trucking, you have a CB, use it, use it properly, communicate. Most guys, and I know that's part of the comments that, there's the drivers who just use it to talk crap to other drivers and complain on the road, and that they don't want to hear it, so they turn it off or whatever. But it is a tool. If there's traffic, there's something going on, I try to communicate with people, even a couple of miles down the road. Hey, you got this going on, 5-10 miles in front of you. That's me. I hate it when somebody, usually at one point somebody responds and says thank you, but sometimes nobody responds and you got just trucks flying, and that's kind of a little aggravating. But that's what it is. But it does help, especially in winter. To do. All right. So for those that are still here, because I know a couple have come in and out, but we're going to go and do the raffle. So on the last video, I posted a quick video, again, live, saying I want to say thank you to all you guys who support the channel. Hopefully all you guys are subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It kind of helps. But I appreciate all the support. Make sure to hit the like buttons. It kind of helps the channel. But honestly, as I was driving this morning, after I posted that video yesterday afternoon real quick about today's live and about saying thank you for reaching the 500, it means a lot. We're over that already, and that's all thanks to you guys. I received a few messages from some of you guys that really humble me, in a sense that I appreciate you guys, that I did not understood. I do this because I love video and I love to share. that's my personality. I just love to teach whatever I know, even if I don't know much. But I'm not an expert. I just share my experience. I share the way it is. Of course, I like doing videos. You guys can tell media and things like that. I'm very into that. I've been to it for over 12 years, probably 15 now. Um, so I evolve part of my life in this as I go. But a lot of the messages, I that I've got for, today in the last video, as far as what you guys watch and how you found me or what you guys think about the video, really touched my heart. I want to say thank you for those that sent me a message and commented directly to me or on the video or on Instagram. I read them all. I at least had to say thanks to you, but there was a couple of them. To be honest, there's one or two who gave me a little a little tear drop out. Got a little emotional there for a second this morning. Just to the fact that as I think through this whole year journey, Ashley and I have made a lot of sacrifices to do this. Um, it's not always fun. It's not always entertaining. Is I know I make it look fun, but that's because I'm a very positive guy, positive person, positive mentality. But it's definitely some tough days. Those that you guys are here with me understand that how it is. You got some tough days. We talk about it. So I talked to a couple of you guys like Emmanuel Leonard. I talked to 50 plus off and on. I talked to Chris, we chat a little bit. I've talked to Jorge Navarro from, A Trucker's Life, which we do the same thing, but we talk about trucking. We talk about the challenges that we go through here. I've also, spoken to a couple of you guys that have come into Melton, whether through me or for other reasons, but have found me and, asked me questions, and you follow me on YouTube. But it's been a lot of sacrifices. It's been a lot of challenges. And doing YouTube, as something that I love to do as far as sharing and the whole, media stuff. I have no idea. It's a small channel and compared to plenty others that have thousands of subscribers or whatever. But just you guys being here, sometimes I'd rather show quality rather than quantity, and the quality of people that you guys are and the messages that I've gotten really touched my heart. And I woke up this morning, I guess it was Sunday. I have my own service. Just thinking about life and thinking about where I started from, in this whole year journey and what I still got to do, even with COVID and even with, everything going on, being shot, you know, and could have been worse. Luckily it wasn't, all that this last year has been very emotional, physically, mentally roller coaster. So to know that at least, what I'm doing and I'm putting out here for you guys are appreciating it. It's being looked at, it's being understood. Um, I surely appreciate it. I appreciate all the support, guys. Really do. So uh, I appreciate it. So it's awesome. There's definitely some tough days, but I surely appreciate it. So I want to say that before we go into the whole raffle thing about the shirts. I know it's not a big deal. For me, it's not a big deal. In a sense that merch and all like that. It's not about sales, really, because I'm really making probably $1 or $2 of anything that you guys want to go buy the merch. Which, by the way, I would share that. Let me put it on here and let me type it up real quick. But if you guys now, till Tuesday, are 'cause the next video is coming out, or I'm gonna extend it for the week. Decide that you guys want to get some gear. I'm gonna put to use this code right here, and you get free shipping. I'll put it for the end of the week. How about that? To the end of the week, and you'll use this. I'm typing in real quick, guys. For basically, the way it works is that free shipping comes out of the couple of bucks that I would have got for anything that you guys get. You guys know how it works, or you guys are smart uh, about that. Um, but I would put that you guys use this code. Where it go? You guys use this code for this week, WRT Gear. I believe that's correct, and you'll get free shipping if you guys decide to get a t-shirts. I am looking for I'm in contact with a friend of mine that handles, and he gets materials and he does motorcycle suits and stuff like that. So he has a contact as far as getting stuff a little um, better pricing, and I'm looking on that. And so in the next couple of months, I'm gonna work on that so I can get better pricing. But I really have as the lowest that I can pretty much put it on there and cover and ship it and all that. But if you guys decide and you want to support and you just want to share and just share that you follow the site, subscribe, whatever, definitely use WRT gear. And the links are on my videos in the description for that. And I should appreciate it. All the support is great. But before overdue, let's see. Use that code. I'll put this later on. Let me get back to the comments real quick. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. It's definitely a different deal. Appreciate that, Mike. Mike says, "Oh, you should do a video about truck stops and back in after a long stay in the tap place." How's it that, guys? How is it that for you guys? It's I am hoping one of these days when I can, I'm gonna put my drone up and do and kind of show you guys how whatever situation I'm in at that moment, how I have to back up. But it's definitely after a long day, it definitely can be tiring. So with further ado, this is what we're gonna do, guys. I am going to give away 3 t-shirts, all right, today. So I posted that video yesterday and I asked you guys to comment on that video or on Instagram. A couple of you guys did on both, so that's fine. And post on there. I didn't see anybody posting on Facebook per se, so I got it on from the YouTube comments on that video or the Instagram that you guys commented. But I asked you guys kind of comment on there, and then I was going to write all those names down, and then we're going to raffle out, some gear. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to do. I decided just to do 3. I had 8 people, and I'm going to bring those. Hold on, where's that? So I got those. I'm going to tell you who they are. And I'm going to say who they are. But I got 8 people. That way, in case I miss anybody for any reason, technical reason, as I was going through the list, you guys can put me on the comment. So, and then we'll put your name on here. But I got Michael Goodman, Mr. The Real Goody 73. So if you guys had your names on your handle on your page, I wrote your name as well. If you only had your handle, then that's what I used, and hopefully you're here. Mr. Charles Moore, I got your here. Of course, Mr. Leonard, old faithful Leonard. He was the first one to comment. Like as soon as I posted that video in life. I got Mr. Chris Iron Vaquero. I don't know if you're on here, but Iron Vaquero, and I believe I saw a little Puerto Rican flag on that little post that you made. You're on here. Of course, I got my man Emmanuel, which we spoke. I told him, go ahead and make sure to comment if you want to enter this, brother. And then let's see, Darren 94. So Darren, I got you on here as well. Then we got oh, that's Emmanuel. Again, she wrote it separately. And then Byron Woyles, 1969. I think I only had your handle on Instagram on this one. So those are the names that I got. Those are the names that I got for this, that you guys actually watched the video and you commented on that video as I asked, as far as the channel and that you watch. And I know there's a lot of you all this year, but I'll do this a little bit more often. Oh, that's Chris Armando. All right, Raquedo in the house. All right, so you are here. See, because I can see your name when you comment on here, depending on how you come in. But of course, if you on Instagram, we all got our names, right? Like I got Wolfrider, but you guys know my name is Luis. So I'm gonna fold these. I'm not gonna pick the name. I'm gonna let my girl, Miss Ashley, which is halfway listening on her ear, come over here and stick her hand and pick out three names. And those three names, and I'm just folding them up so you can see. I'm folding them up. You see right there, fold. I'm folding them up, put them back in this little pocket. I'm gonna shake them up, and I'm gonna let her pick the name. So I'm gonna give away 3 T-shirts. If you are one of the winners, I need you to please send me an email with your address and the size of the T-shirt. All right, address and the size of the T-shirt. Emmanuel's crossing my fingers. So address and size of the T-shirts. If you're a winner, please send me an email. Huh? That's Chris. That's Arabic. Send me an email with that information. The link to my email is on, uh, should be on the video on the link in the description below. If not, you can go to one of the previous email. My email's on there. As a matter of fact, why am I saying that? I do have a banner. You guys can email me here. That's my email. All right. So I'm gonna keep that going. Forget I got all these little tricks on this thing. All right. So, baby, close your eyes. Yeah. You want to stand up over here and be on the camera for the guys? Come on. She does. She gets shy with camera, guys, but she's right there. So she's gonna close her eyes. She's gonna pick a name. You gotta close your eyes.
Well, I can't see that. Yeah, I have to put
All
my
right.
hand
All
there.
right. Just pick one little piece of paper. All right. Who's the first one? Ashley, please. Nice, you ready?
Chris.
Hey, Vaquero, Mr. Chris. You can tell right there. I see. Fix. There we go. First one. Make sure to send me. It's number one, brother. In the house, Chris. Send me an email with your address and the size of the T-shirt.
Don't be trying to guilt trip me, Emmanuel.
Don't guilt trip. Don't guilt trip.
This-
Now I got a special surprise for those who actually are winning that I'm gonna say on top of that. So, but I'm gonna wait.
Oh, you haven't even told him yet?
No, I haven't told them yet. All right. I guess you got your wish, brother. You got your wish. You got your wish, Emmanuel.
Put it out in the universe.
Yeah. Huh? What'd you say?
Put it out in the
I
universe.
put it in the universe. There you go. So, Emmanuel, you got my phone number, brother. You can text me your address and the size. So just make sure to send that. All right. One more. Uno más. Uno más, por favor. Who saw that movie? Uno más. Who can tell me where that reference from? My brain works that way.
It's not Disney, so I don't know.
Yeah, if it's not Disney, she's not gonna answer.
Okay.
Here we go. Last one. Man, say you are the best.
I know.
Oh no, that's not supposed to be back in that. So that's Emmanuel. He wrote it separately.
Oh.
Yeah, that's his last name. Almost Emmanuel. Hey man, you're welcome, Chris. All right. Here we go.
Okay. Leonard. I know.
Oh, we know this one. We know this guy, Leonard Smith. Look at that. I didn't pick him. Leonard, I know where you live in Woodland. Not exactly. I know where you live, but send me. Yeah, that sounded creepy. I know you're in Woodland, but send me an email, brother. I appreciate the support. Send me an email with the size and your address so I can go ahead and hook you up with that. So I appreciate it, guys. Those are the 3 T-shirts that we're gonna be giving out.
You have to tell him now.
Okay, so you know what? Pick one more. I want to pick one more. I'm gonna give one 4. I'm gonna give one more. So right there, baby. I'm gonna give one more.
Feeling generous.
Feeling generous.
Is he here?
Darren 94, are you here? I don't know if you're here. I know he's, I believe.
If they're not here, I feel like you should pick a different one.
Who's here? Is Darren here? Darren's here, let me know. Thank you, guys. Everybody's saying thank you. I appreciate it. Andres, what you said? I was going to go to Melton until I found out they do hair follicle tests. Most companies do hair follicle tests when you go to TOT. Even Swift, all the major companies do it. Um, all you got to do is get cleaned up, brother. That's what you worry about. Get cleaned up. At least depending on your situation, but it is worth it. I'll tell you that it is worth it. Um, all right, is Darren here? That was the last one I pulled out. I'm not sure if Darren is on the live, but if you are, let me know. Let me go. Real Goody 73 is here. Were you on here? Oh yeah, David. All right. I get Darren is not on here, so yeah, baby, I think you're right. Well, I'm gonna let her pick another. Darren's not on here. Unless I get Darren's here, we're gonna pick this. What, 3 left?
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 names left. You're one of those, David. You're one of those.
Put it out in the world, and it shall happen.
You see, it's meant to be. What's that? All right. So those are my winners right there. Those are my winners. So 4 winners. So again, Michael Goodman, Mr. Real Goody. You won, Mr. Leonard Smith, Emmanuel, my brother, and Aaron Vaquero, my man Chris as well. Make sure you email me address and size. All right, guys. And we'll get that to you.
Oh, did you tell 86
No. Now, 806, are you still here? Hey, you guys welcome. I know you guys saying thank you. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for those that stay in touch with me. I really, really appreciate it. I love talking to all you guys. I love sharing, just chat. You guys, it doesn't have to be, I'll say this, it doesn't have to be about trucking. It doesn't have to be about, Melton or whatever. If you guys just want to chat, get to know me, and you got to open that up, just message me, man. I'm open for that. That's who I am. Now, for these, I said I had a surprise for these guys. Who's the other person? I want to make sure I don't lose the papers. Emmanuel's the other person. Here's Emmanuel. Okay, so those 4, baby. For these guys who wanted t-shirts, the t-shirts, guys, I'm gonna have my logo on there. Of course, as you guys can see, that logo will be on there for the t-shirts. But I'm gonna design, especially, I'm gonna add your names to the t-shirt. So each of you guys are gonna have that, and it's gonna have your own name in a way as a supporter of the channel on your t-shirt as well. So hopefully that you guys like that idea and enjoy a little bit more because it has your name on it as a support to the chat. Manuel, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow, bro. I know you have an early morning, so thanks for coming. But you won a t-shirt. You see, I told you to post a comment on the video. But I am gonna add your names to it. I don't know if 806 is here or Jorge. But if you guys watch this and on the replay, or you guys watch this later, you guys have been a big supporter as far as other bigger channels supporting this channel, and I am going to make a special design for you guys and for all 3 of us. So so I'm gonna do that for you guys. So I'm gonna be reaching out to you guys, to those 2 guys. And if they're not here right now, do me a favor, go to 806 Driver. If you don't follow him, go put him a comment, said Luis said he's getting something special. Go to Jorge Navarro, go to A Trucker's Life. If you don't follow him yet, post on his latest video and tell, hey, Wolf Rider 750 said on his last video he's doing something special. So go talk to him. But I got them both I got their phone numbers. But I'm gonna do that, but that's much appreciation, and I think I'm forgetting something. Yes, love.
They just need to tell you what name they want on their shirt. First name, last name.
Yes, that is true. For those guys that won, the t-shirts, let me know what name you want on it. Also on your email, if you just want your first name, you want first or last name, or if you have a nickname or your whatever, just let me know on your email what you want me to put on there. And then I will send you a screenshot of what they're going to look like. So that way, you know, when they come through. Um, so I'll respond that to you when I get them ordered. They are going to take a couple of weeks to get to you guys once I order them, but they will be on the way, and I will email you when I got confirmation that they have shipped and all that kind of stuff. All right. But again, thank you guys for being on. Hopefully, the information in this part for those who stayed to the end have come through. If you guys got any questions right now, I know some of you are still watching. Anything that you guys want to ask right now, I'll leave it open a Q&A for the next 10 minutes, and then I gotta end it up after that. How about that, guys? Burn. Hey man, you have a great evening, man. You too, my man. I appreciate it. Keep supporting. I'll be raffling some more stuff in the future. I do plan to do a little more designs as well. I'm a creator, and I've learned to do a lot of things. So I'm gonna create more T-shirts, not necessarily, branding all like just my WRT. I have other things that's gonna apply to trucking. So I'm gonna design some T-shirts. Hope you guys like them. So stay tuned with that, and I'll post them on the channel here and there as I get them. So I spend a lot of time on the road, so I gotta order stuff like when I go home, so it's there, so I can wear it and then show them. So I'm trying to plan that by the end of April. But they're there. But I really appreciate all you guys' support. Again, thank you for all those who have followed and subscribed to the channel. Feel free to share, keep commenting. I hope you guys like the comment. I do listen to you guys' questions, and I try to answer them. If I haven't answered any particular question or done a video quite yet, I'm working on it. It's on my list to do things to lose, like showing the equipment that I have, kind of doing a video on that. Video on the mileage. I know I've get that question for. I'm gonna do a couple of videos. I do answer those questions like quickly, but I do want to do a video for you guys as well, for many other people that may have the same question. That way I can have a video for you guys. So David, just truly want to appreciate what you're doing. Man, I appreciate it. It means a lot, bro. It definitely means a lot. And I appreciate you guys. I'm glad that you guys like them, and I think that for any person, regardless YouTube or your business, right, or anything like that, when you are creating something and everybody else, people who are being satisfied, are enjoying what you're giving them, whether it's a product or a service or information, it feels good, and to me, if it means a lot, guys. All right, there's a question. Big Curve, do you do a lot of step deck load or oversized load over dimensions? Step deck, we have step deck. It's kind of a draw of the card. I like doing step deck. A lot of guys don't like doing step deck. I like doing step deck because usually means they're gonna get something kind of that's a little different. They drive a little different, and I love closing the axles when I can. If I don't have to have it open, and it just makes it easier to turn and park. But we definitely do. I see the questions. I'm looking. We do oversized dimensions as well. Do we do a lot? In my experience, I just did my second one from North Dakota. So after I delivered that load in North Dakota, I did an over dimension, an OD one, and that was my second one since last year. So they could be very often. I know guy that's done one, back to back oversized loads. So it really depends. You just gotta be ready for what you're gonna get. But I've only done a couple, but this one paid off well because you get paid, if I'm not mistaken, an extra 16 cents a mile when you get an oversized load, and in addition to your regular pay. So it pays off, brother. It pays off. Okay. I'm answering questions very quick. What do you do? Okay. Hope that answer. What is the average time to secure and tarp a load? My average type, let me take this banner off of here. I don't think you guys need that anymore. My average type in the beginning if I had to put all three tarps in the beginning, it probably took me 2 to 3 hours. I'll be completely honest. Uh, as I've gotten faster to completely secure, I depending on the load, and depending on the client, it could take me within an hour to an hour and a half uh, to completely secure bungees, straps, and throw the tarps. The tarps, I can do the tarps probably if it's all three. If it's all three and it's a pretty tall load, it's actually easier than if it's a short load. So, but I can do the tarps for like 30, 45 minutes now. So with time, you get faster. With time, definitely you get faster and you learn a lot. Dukes asks, does Miss Wolf Rider like taking loads with you? That's a question for her, Duke. So does Miss Wolf Rider do you like taking loads with me? She doesn't drive. It's not a team thing. She doesn't drive, Duke. If that's what you mean. She's kind of a passenger. She helps me with little things here and there. But you want to answer that question? Do you mean does she like being in a truck? Yeah, she wants a clarification on that question a little bit, Dick. Uh, so a little clarification on that question, and she'll come here and answer it for you. David, how heavy are those tarps? I've heard all kinds of different stuff. All right, so the smoke tarps, those the black ones, they're not really heavy. They're around 60 pounds, 60 poundage, all bundled out, so they're not really that heavy. The blue ones, I think it really depends which blue ones. I think some of the older blue ones are heavier and around 80 pounds. They're not 100. They're around 80 pounds. They get heavier, of course, as they're wet. They get heavier with ice. If you're to get mud in a muddy place, they're gonna get heavy because they have stuff on it. But um, that's I say about 80 pounds at the heaviest. So depending on the weather situation, that can affect how heavy they can feel on top of that. So hope that answer that. But they're no more than that. Um, Leonard, you're welcome, my man. Make sure to send me that email. Thank you, man. You're like number one on here all the time. All the one on here. Duke says must be rough at time being on the road, all those miles. It has its rough days. I've seen all your other posts, Dukes. Uh, oh, it gets rough sometimes. When I think I'm at the 2.5, 3 months mark, it's where my mind and my body starts saying like I need a break. If I've had a couple of 34s, luck of the draw that I can have a couple of 34s, or like easy driving weekends, kind of gives me time to relax. Doing this gives me time to relax a little bit, chilling in the back, editing videos, whatever. I like kind of doing that stuff. But if I'm like running hard, like I've been running hard, like back to back, running recaps for weeks at a time and stuff without a 34, definitely gets rough. And around the 2.5, 3 months mark, for me, that's kind of where my mind and my body is like, you need a break. And that's where I stay out. And then we plan some home time, maybe for, a week or 4 or 5 days, whatever. But it gets rough. All right. Living the trucker life. Is that what you mean, Duke? Is that what you mean? That's the question. Does she like living the truck life? You want to answer that? I guess if you like being in the truck here with me, like this life, like I want to let her answer that. Hold on, Pam. I gotta turn this and make sure she comes out.
I don't know. Can they hear me from here? Is that okay?
Can you guys hear her? Give her a thumbs up for those who guys still here. White out. Give me a thumbs up, especially Duke. Here's a comment. So these are like the newest ones down here.
Oh, okay. No, I mean living in the truck is difficult sometimes. I mean, especially for me because I mean you guys haven't really met me at all, I guess. But I was very independent and have been since I was like 15 years old. So giving up everything, a home and a job and all of that to come into the truck is mentally kind of difficult. And then trying to adjust to living in the space since we don't, like Luisa said a couple of times, we don't have a home. So living in this space is a little difficult, but being on the road, I mean, it's fun to see new places. I get to be with this guy every day, which is obviously my preference, rather than, him being out for months and months at a time and, me being at home by myself. So, it's an adjustment, but I enjoy it. It's just a new life adventure, right? Yeah. So it's something that not everybody gets to do. And we just make the best with what we've got where we're at. And that's kind of how we've always been. So
yeah,
it's fine. I think that answered the question. I'm not really entirely sure, but
I hope we do. Well, being that we brought it on here, guys, I'm going to ask you guys a question and maybe that helps us. I was planning to, when we came from Christmas, I was planning to start to do, and this is a little beyond trekking, but to maybe do a set of videos, like a series of videos or like a separate thing. Hadn't decided, but of us being on the truck, like it's more conversation like once a week of what we've been through that week or whatever. And just kind of talking to us as couples, as a couple being on the road, and a little more in depth about our goals and our plans and why we're doing this. A little more in depth than that I know what I share as far as trucking, and I kind of share more of the rookie and instructional and kind of showing what we do on the road for those that are coming into it. But if yeah. But if you guys would like to, know, know a little bit more about us, you guys think that would be a good idea, let me know in the comments. If you guys would be something that you guys would be interested to watch. Let's say if I started a separate channel about us, or just kind of included it in here, I think it would be probably better to do as kind of a separate channel. Just kind of sharing our life as a couple in the road. If you guys would like to see that, I've had a couple of guys that have asked me on Instagram about, what it is to have their significant other with them in the truck and life being out here. So that's kind of what triggered that mindset that's not something that I can share on my own in this, channel, because she's involved in that too. So it's two of us. So if that's something that you guys will be interested in, let me know on the comments. Let me know, send me a message, direct message, whatever. It's something that I've thought about. We thought about and since Christmas. So, but we haven't quite done that. All right, 806 still here. He just came back. Just parked at my job at I-25 North Las Cruces. All right, I'm getting more questions. Hey, Elijah, what's up? You guys like to ask questions every time towards the end. All right, Chris, you've been listening. So you heard what I said, right? Chris, you heard what I said. 806 driver, that's what I'm talking to. You heard what I said. I need your address. You got my phone number, brother. I need your address and your size, but I'm going to make for Jorge, yourself, and we're going to have a special t-shirt for us three. So I'm going to create that and send that over to you guys to enjoy. So make sure you send me that information. You got my number, brother. Brooks, you asked, what do you eat out there? Do you cook on the truck? Do you eat healthy? We're eating healthier. No, we've been, for me, for how I used to eat, I'm eating healthy. I'm definitely eating healthy. But do we cook in the truck? Yeah, she cooks.
I do.
She cooks.
It took a little while to figure out how the heck to cook without a kitchen, but I figured it out. And I'm telling you, those little Instant Pot duos are amazing, and they can do pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So I just you know, he's pretty good about stopping every couple of days at a Walmart, and we can grab some groceries, and then I meal prep. So I take a couple hours and, you know, cut things up and prep and do whatever we need to do, and then we pretty much have food for
3 days and not 4 days.
yeah,
Um,
depending on what we cook. But
Lisha, I got your question there next. If you guys saw, you know, you guys seen the last couple of videos. On the last video, so on the last one, I think there's a little hint on there where I opened the sidecar box. Got to get that keto 806. Yeah, so it's something similar. It's kind of a mix that we got going on of stuff, but protein, veggies, and we try to, you know, we cut out sugar like 98%. In my case,
no sugar, no processed foods, no fast food,
no fast foods,
no alcohol.
no alcohol. Well, I can't have alcohol
No.
anyway.
But
when I'm
even
driving,
when we stop
but
on like 34s, and
yeah,
stuff,
we no
like,
alcohol.
We don't do that.
We kind of cut that out. We working out. Well, I definitely do some exercise. I'm starting to working out more. Little thing is that she's gonna be off the truck for 2 months. Yeah, after this week.
That'll be interesting.
That's gonna be interesting. But she's gonna be kind of doing a little bit of break and kind of getting ready for a trip I have coming up. We have coming up at the end of April. I'll let you guys know that later. That's kind of a surprise for you guys. But we're getting for a trip, so she kind of needs to take care of some things at home. And I'm gonna be out here, so it's gonna be you guys, me, and Nyla, and the truck for the next 2 months after this weekend.
Yeah.
After this coming weekend. So, Duke, thanks again. But we do eat healthy, yeah. Now you have to make an effort for it, Brooke. I can say that. You definitely have to make your effort to eat healthy, and it's up to you.
Hard.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, it's hard, and I love eating healthy, and I have a hard time with it.
yeah, because out here it's easy to go to a truck stop and there's McDonald's, there's Wendy's. The healthiest thing you might be able to find is a Subway on, you know, Pilots, whatever. And if you're tired, you know, have a long day, you might have a hard time thinking, you know, I'm gonna cook now something. But like she said, the Instapot is something quick. I learned when my son was on here with me for the week. I learned how to do burgers and the pressure cooker. That wasn't even the Instapot. That was a pressure. The same thing. Whatever, like a pressure cooker. Whatever. You learn how to do burgers in like 30 minutes. Juicy. They came out juicy. Just buy them, you know, pre-made beef or turkey burgers, whatever, and throw them in there for 30 minutes with a little bit of water, wrapped up in foil, and you have a burger. But it is, you know, steaks, whatever. I have the little gas, propane, little picnic thing on the side of the truck as well. And you can cook out of steaks in 30 minutes. You know, if you like, I like medium rare stuff. So I just cook steaks. I've done that too. So
the Instant Pot Duo has the air fryer.
Let's see.
That's what he said.
What caliber did I get shot? Oh, she asked that question, dude. I said a 32.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think it's the bullet's still in there. I can ask. It's in my leg. I don't know if it's 22 or 32. I know it was a revolver. That's what. Because the only person who knew what type of gun the dude had was my ex-brother-in-law, and I believe he actually said it was a 32, but. I'm not a full gun person, so I can't tell you. But the bullet's still on my leg.
I like to stay safe out there, mother truckers.
Yeah, I know where the mother truckers come from. That's the other channel, guys. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I watch him too. He's informative. The air fryer, Big Curve. You asked about the air fryer. No, I have it. We have the Instapot with the air fryer, and yes, I love it. Because I get to eat some other stuff. She loves it because she's a chef. So we got the Instapot with the air fryer, and those are cool. Definitely worth it. And they wasn't sale. We got them before, like right before Christmas. It was like $80. But you can do a lot of things with those. So if you're getting the trucking or don't have one, and I would suggest getting an Instapot just to make sure that you have an inverter in your truck that can manage the power for it. Our first truck was a lower wattage, and we couldn't buy it then. But this one has a higher wattage, 2,000 watts. So because you need at least 1,500. Yeah, it's 1,500 watts. So you have to have at least a 2,000 watt inverter in your truck for that. Yeah, definitely ouch, brother. Duke, definitely an ouch. Yeah, legs are. Yeah, it's in my show. There for sure. It's in my show. It's inspirational for sure, man. Um, legs are important being a trucker. Legs are important to do flatbed predominantly because I've seen guys in a wheelchair do trucking. But definitely to have a flatbed. It's just what I want to do. Having my hands and having all my limbs working are very important. Um, all right, guys. I think we got to close it up. I said 10 minutes. We're kind of like 15. So I'm gonna cut it out here, guys. I gotta get to some bedtime and relaxation. So I get up early and deliver this load. But again, I appreciate it. And appreciate all your help. You guys keep asking me questions and you throw me off. Yep. Stay safe. Thanks, Duke. Make sure again, appreciate all the support, guys. For all you guys that won, make sure to get me an email. Oh, yeah, sorry, Elijah. You are true. I caught you on that. That was your question. I apologize. I'm not gonna give you hanging, brother. I got you. What you got? What's your typical hours you operate? And how many hours do they give you off after your day? Okay. Well, I'm sure a lot of guys can probably help you with that. I drive. I'm up at least 12. You have a 14-hour day. You have 11 hours to drive. That really you manage that depending on the load. I have days most of the time that I'm driving 10 and a half to my few minutes before my 11 hours of driving. Of course, I have to stop throughout the day, right? You got a 30-minute break you have to take at an 8-hour mark or just before your 8-hour mark, which you plan where you're going to take that 30 minutes. I always try to take it after at least I've driven 3 to 4 hours. That way it kind of gives me the rest of the hours that I have for the day. If you do the math right, 3 hours out of 11, you have 8. So that way I don't have to take a break after that. But you have a 30-minute where you have to break. You have to take. You have the low check tire checks that we have to do every 150 miles or 3 to 4 hours. And those are a couple of minutes each, but stopping, checking, and getting back in the truck, stopping, going to the restroom if doing your stops, the restroom. Your 30-minute break for lunch, if you stop to eat somewhere, it might take you 45 minutes. It might take you an hour. So depending how do you do your day, your day can be a total of anywhere from, at least for me, a minimum of 12 hours approximately, to 14, sometimes 16 hours. It really depends. Pickup, delivery and pickup days can be longer. I've had a day where I've been technically up for 18 hours. I've had that happen. But after your day is done, whether it's a full day of driving or it's a drop off pickup day, in between, as far as trucking, you have a 10-hour break. So you have a minimum of a 10-hour that you have to not drive, be off duty, go to sleep, rest before your clock can reset and you can get back on the road. So that's just driving, trucking 101. And I am going to do a video on that 101 stuff as well for the channel, for the guys that have those type of questions. But that's just federal laws as far as what they give you. It's not that Melton or your company gives you that. You have to follow the federal rules, and those are the federal rules of driving. You cannot drive more than 11. You cannot be on duty for more than 14-hour a day. There are a couple of little policies now with the pausing of your driving clock or your 14-hour clock that happened this year. That's a couple of other videos that I can do on that. But that's how it works. So hopefully, does that answer your question, Elijah? All right. Awesome, brother. Got your comment. But that's it. So All right, guys, we've been on it for long enough. Again, thank you again for your support. Stay tuned. There is a video coming out about it's my whole process of untarping that load in North Dakota where it was minus 8 degrees. I have a video coming out, point of view, the rest of all that video of me untarping, the struggles that I went through. Stay tuned for that. There is a couple of funny things, some messaging, important message that I got from the customer that I wanted to share with you guys. So that's going to be live on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon. I may actually change that for tomorrow afternoon. So stay tuned for that one. It's coming out, and we'll see you on the next video coming up. You guys have a good night. I appreciate your support, and we'll be in touch. Wolf Rider out, guys. Wolf Rider out. Stay safe.